If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Hey, Tom Brady is great. You show respect to the greatness of Tom Brady.
Hold on. First of all,
when he went against Brady, Brady took him out.
Tom now, guys, joins. He's just the sixth player across 4 major sports to win a championship and MVP of that championship with 2 different teams.
When it comes to Patrick Mahomes against Tom Brady, we're going to remember that they got beat down. The particulars is going to escape a lot of people in the future. What we're going to remember is that Brady won Super Bowl MVP. And Patrick Mahomes lost convincingly, spent most of the day running for his life. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and it was a beat down that took place before the world, that is not something that gets glossed over. It's something that you can ultimately overcome in terms of people still appreciating your greatness and what you mean to the NFL and that you're the future face of the NFL or whatever. But even though Brady's won now 4 rings, I think he's won like 3 or 4 rings since the age of 37. Since the age of 37.
He's won 3 since I made the Cliff prediction. Out of the last 5 years.
He has
3.
multiple after 40. That's all I know.
Don't bring that up. Don't do that to yourself. But in the end, what it comes down to is that when you get beat down like that, and it's at the hands of Brady, people are going to remember that.
You went your entire career playing against Joe Montana.
Yes.
Who is the GOAT? Is it Joe Montana or is it Tom Brady? Who is the greatest quarterback ever?
Well, now you asking me, who is the greatest quarterback I've ever played against? I'm going to say Joe Montana. But, history is, you look at it, there's 54 Super Bowls? And this is like his 10th? Like he's played in 20% of all Super Bowls. 20% of all Super Bowls this guy has played in. So it's it's nothing I can say. He is the GOAT. He is one of the greatest players this game has ever seen. And I'm quite sure, unless Mahomes tries to break his record, there's nobody's going to break that record.
It's been amazing to have Brady come in and lead us to the Super Bowl champs, man. Like, there's nothing else to be said. Brady is nothing that he can't do. New team, new scheme, first year, going to the Super Bowl and winning it all. Like, he's the GOAT for sure.
So is it fair to call Tom Brady the best? Is it fair to say he's better than Joe, who Joe made 4, won 4, but this is Tom's 10?
It is fair to put 4 letters together, GOAT, and put periods everywhere, and it's appropriate. Believe me, it is appropriate.
That's high praise coming from you, saying that he's the best ever. That means something.
He has played the best ever through his career. Now, he didn't play against the best ever because I didn't play against him. But he is truly. And it doesn't make a difference how many times I wanted to sit there and say, well, maybe he's not. It was Belichick, and it was he had an easy conference. He had to, with the teams that it was in his division. But you look at the spectrum of work. You look at what he has done. You look at every year, no matter what he is given, he plays, and he makes a winner. He makes him relevant. He is the Michael Jordan of football.
Still doing it at a high level, and probably not slowing down no time soon.
I mean, did you see him at the end of the Chiefs game when he just rewatching it? And here he goes again.
There we go again. Too much time on the clock, and there you go.
I think we knew this was going to happen tonight, didn't we? We ended up playing our best game of the year.
Well, he's amazing, and why wouldn't he keep going? I mean, he's still at the top of the league. He's still at the top of his game. He's producing huge wins and record-breaking seasons every year. So if he's feeling good and still loving it, why wouldn't he keep going? I mean, I could see him playing another 5 years.
If you and Mahomes are going to be Brady and Manning, which one do you want to be in that?
I'm Tom Brady.
Why?
He got more Super Bowls.
He goes on the road and beats 3 Hall of Famers, 3 of the all-time greats. He goes on the road and beats Drew Brees. He goes on the road and beats Aaron Rodgers. and then he beats Patrick. We agree Patrick will more than likely be a Hall of Famer. I mean, this is not only did Tom go win his 7th, Tom won his 7th and went on the greatest Super Bowl run a quarterback's ever been on. I mean, think about that. He threw for 50 touchdowns this year at age 43. It's so hard to do what he had. It's so hard to link up with the coach and the organization and take the pay cut with the salary cap for that stretch that he did in New England. And then when the other team decides that they don't want to keep you per the price or support you per the play, have the opportunity to go somewhere like he did and completely reshape. I mean, think about the guys that scored last night. Leonard Fournette was cast off, but he wanted to go play with Tom Brady. AB did a lot of it on his own. People didn't want. Here's a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th opportunity because he wanted to play with Tom Brady. Gronk came back, and I thought, no shot Gronk ever plays in the NFL again. Gronk comes back. Why? Because he wanted to play with Tom Brady. I mean, not only is the best ever, he's the greatest believer in ever, and he might be the most impactful ever. Listen, I love Patrick. No one raves about Patrick more than me. The conversation is now over. He will not catch Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think there's 3 things that stand out to me and have stood out throughout his career. One, his calm under pressure. You're absolutely right. There's only one other quarterback who I can, in my lifetime, that I can picture being very similar, if not the same, and that's Joe Montana. His pocket presence was outstanding. Tom Brady, he just knows where to slide to, where to move, and he resets, and he's just like, okay, now I'll just get back to what I was doing, rather than panic. Secondly, his accuracy, I think, it gets talked about, but I don't think it's. I think it's, in my opinion, most accurate quarterback in the history of the game. And thirdly, his competitiveness. Having all the tools but not being super competitive will not get you where Tom Brady has gotten. I mean, he has the fire, the drive to practice hard, to study hard, to motivate his players, to motivate himself. And that's week in and week out. It's hard to do it week in and week out. Be good in practice. Be good in meetings. But he has that it factor. And those 3, definitely, to me, those stand out more than any other thing that he has.
Great chance. It's hard to go against Brady. I played against him twice, 0-2 against him.
What do you love the most about his game?
I mean,
when you're looking at him as a quarterback,
the way he approaches every snap. I mean, he knows what the defense is doing. I mean, he has 17, 18 years on us, but at the end of the day, he's still playing at a high level, still getting the guys ready to play each and every week, and I mean, he's continuing to do great things, and it's awesome to see.
I've only won 1, so I can't imagine winning another one. Yeah. He's got 7, 5 more than that.
It's about 5 yards. Let me deal with the pump and go. That's why I'm sitting so high on that. But he got to play that. Remember, we're playing Brady. It's a chess match.
Tom Brady doesn't have the same strong arm that he had when he was throwing deep balls than Randy Moss. He can still make a lot of different throws, but I'm saying those deep balls across the middle isn't really getting out there like that. So I don't think he's going to try me across the middle like I would hope he will. Like I said, like I hope he would.
You're going off of pure athleticism, and I get it. Right now, young man, you're having a great career. You're 8 picks. You're leading the league. Everything is going great. But let me tell you somebody that you're dealing with, somebody that I dealt with many a times. Go home. He has the perfect life for it. His wife running around, his kids running around. He does not have to move. So when he goes home, he's been doing it for almost 10 days, he got a click in his hand, and he's clicking. He's clicking. He's clicking. Yep. To find where your weakness is. Yep. And if you, Kevin, are not sitting down clicking like he clicking, if he clicking 5 hours and you clicking 1, you ain't winning this battle. Mm-hmm. See, this is a chess player. Mm-hmm. Brady's that's what makes this guy so hard to defend, because you think maybe he come at Kevin. And if he does, guess what? He's going to run down the field. I heard you said earlier. He's going to run down the field and let you know, I'm glad you're talking. But I tell you what you got to do. Most young kids, they do not take time to say, how do you be the master? You must study a master. How do you study a master? It takes a lot of time. to study a master.
It does.
It takes a lot of boring time to study a master. The one thing him, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning made me do was sit my behind down. Because I had to figure out how to beat them. How? And this is what I found out. They're going to find my third corner, and they're going at him all day until I cover him up and stop him. If I change him out for a backer, they're going to check to the slot, put a slot man on him, and then they're going to go to the pass. They're going to find something. And so when you open up this can, what I'm saying is, are you willing to invest the time that it's going to take to beat Tom Brady? Right? Go back to Atlanta Super Bowl last year. Right? Forget who the young kid is. I challenge this young kid. I say, you got 2 weeks to play against arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. But you headed out to a club. Brady ain't going to no club. He already got the click in his hand. That game in that fourth quarter, you got to ask yourself this question. I watched it. Ain't no way. He out there on pure athleticism. He don't know what a flip means. He don't know what a 2x2 means. And when Brady takes the back and motion the back out and bring him back in, what he's trying to identify. It's simple math when you watch this guy play. When you ask him why he can play so long, he can play so long because there's no masters out there playing Brady. You got kids who are just on pure athletic ability.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.